So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Hey, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny. Hot, hot, hot.
Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Kick it.
Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl LaTangela, and welcome back to another edition of the LaTangela Show, where we'll chat about this, we'll chat about that, and of course I got you covered with some of the random research, did you know, news brief, the inside scoop, and some of your folks are making headline news for all the wrong reasons. I read it, and I gotta tell it, I might as well tell it to you. Right? Of course, I want you to join the conversation. Hit me up on the Twitter alert at LaTangela Faye, and you can find all of my links posted at latangela.com. Now, you know, here it is. We want our voices to be heard through our vote. It's about that time we make our way to the ballots. Almost time for us to make our way to the poll to say, this is what it's going to be. So on the presidential candidacy, you have Trump, you have Biden, you have Kanye West. Well, that's up in the air. Just last week, you know, he was still on his campaigning trail. Things turned up really quick, and then it was a scare after his wife Kim Kardashian West came out and said he needs assistance. Well, assistance showed up to his ranch, the ambulance. They came out, and Kanye, you know, he's kind of been in and out on a couple of issues. We wish him well, but it wasn't clear if he went to centers to get treated at that time or not. But when they pulled off, he pulled off as well on his ATV. Said that he just needed some time to clear his mind. So maybe he's trying to figure out if this is the road of politics, or maybe he should just focus on music, focus on family, or focus on mental health. Either way, a lot has been swirling in the headlines with that, and we're still just trying to inch our way through it. A lot is going on. Like, how do you focus in the midst of everything else that's going on with COVID-19? We're seeing the numbers rise, and you know, we have a mandate on wearing masks in our area. As of right now, that's what it is. Like it, don't like it, that's what it is. When you're out in public, it's mandated for our state that we have to wear the mask. We're also encouraging social distancing, so they say, because I pulled up and seen some spots that's just too packed to say that any social distancing is going on. But we're also encouraging you to wash your hands often, and at least for 20 seconds. I get it. You know, if you're gonna wear your face mask, you might as well be stylish and safe, right? Thank you so much to my friend Diane. She is like one of the craftiest ladies I know. She's out in Colorado. 108 stitches, 108 stitches. I was trying to figure out, where did you get that from? But being that she's such an avid baseball fan, there it is. I think the baseball had like 108 stitches. Crafty, I love it. And the hardest part of my day is trying to decide which mask to wear as I make my essential runs. Wait. Mask up. And you know, on another serious note, in regards of COVID-19, if you're feeling stressed, if you're having a lot of uncertainties and you just need someone to talk to, as of right now, you need an unbiased ear. Well, for our state, we have a Keep Calm Through COVID hotline. And I'm going to give you the information because no matter what part of the globe you're in, it's a toll-free number. And I really want you to take advantage. It's open 24/7. It will link you to all of the confidential hotlines. All you have to do is call 1-866-310-7977. The Keep Calm Through COVID hotline. Again, it is free. It's open 24/7, and it will link you to the counselors, whether it's mental health, whether it's something about substance abuse. They're going to link you to the professionals, and it's confidential. For the Keep Calm Through COVID hotline, it's 1-866-310-7977. Send it out on a subtweet. You know, we send everything else out on a subtweet. Retweet, hashtag, let it be known. Do that for your girl. I'd appreciate it. You know, I also want to put you on blast because I want you to join the conversation. The kids are going back to school. In our area, as of right now, it's 100% virtual for most schools. Now that we have that part understood, did they give you enough time to kind of prepare for this? And when I say prepare for this, you know, sometimes I'll watch the shows. Are you smarter than a fourth grader? Are you smarter than a fifth grader? I'm watching some of the spelling bees, and I'm asking Siri these questions, but seriously, were you given enough time to really prepare for this? Being that it's 100% virtual, ready or not, here we come. You know, and being patient as we navigate our way through this is step number one, because this is new for everyone. It's new for the teachers, it's new for the students, and it's definitely new for the parents. What's your biggest concern? I want to hear from you. This is an open platform. I'm more than happy to get the people with the answers to the questions on the hotline, in the hot seat, and it's about working through this together. We all have our opinions, but I don't have time for too many opinions. I need some facts. I need something that's going to get me the results that I need right now. So parents, guardians, what's one of your biggest concerns? Teachers, administrators, I need to hear from you too. Everybody's inching their way through this, so let's get through this and grow through this together. You know, I have to say thank you so much to my friends over at Dudley DeBosier Injury Attorneys, changing the way we feel about attorneys one relationship at a time. We recently did another edition of the Leadership Academy. Over 150 nonprofit organizations from across the state chimed in. And it's so amazing to see so many people doing so much good. And I love it. You know, everybody's making their corner of the world that much better. And if you want to be a part of the movement, if you too are doing some great work and you're out and about in the community, making this world a better place, even in the time of a crisis, we'd love to hear about it. I want you to log on, check it out, dudleydebosier.com, click on the link that says community, and bloop, just like that, it'll link you to Do Right for LA, and also link you to the Leadership Academy. Join the conversation, and be sure to join us for the next episode. You know, I'm reading through a few of these articles. Did you know News Brief kicks off from Bloomberg? We usually hold on to our change. When we're going out, you know, I like to spend at least the ones, and then I work my ways to the 5 and the 10. If I have a 20, okay, I'm gonna hold off on my big 20, you know what I'm saying? But as of right now, the U.S. Mint, they're asking us to spend an exact amount of change. They want us to get up off them coins. Those pennies, the nickels, the dimes, the quarters. They say, listen, we're having a shortage of loose change because of COVID-19. Not that many people are out and about shopping. We're not getting as much money surfacing as we used to. And I get that. A lot of stores are closed. A lot of money is a lot shorter these days. But on top of that, people are doing the pull-up, you know? We will order, and all you need is your account for that. So no, the coins aren't circulating as much. So instead of saving my nickels and my dimes and my quarters and my pennies in the jug, going my way to Coinstar, I guess I'll start coming up off and doing my exact change. That is my to-do list to help the U.S. Mint, since they asked for my help. You know what I mean? I might as well do my part. And that's coming in from Bloomberg. Now here's some of that feel-good news that I love. Did you know that National Ice Cream Day is such a big day that it pops up on the calendar more than once? Well, it happens at the end of July, and then this holiday is actually on there a couple of more times, like National Ice Cream Day on December 13th, mark that down. National Ice Cream Cone Day is September 22nd, mark that down. Or National Chocolate Ice Cream Day on June 7th. Take your pick or celebrate them all. Well, anyways, if they had to ask you, what's your favorite flavor? I mean, I could come up with mine all top. That Ben & Jerry's Chunky Monkey? Close second would be Bluebell's Banana Pudding. Oh, wow. And then probably just a solid chocolate after the fact. But if you had to come up with your favorite ice cream for National Ice Cream Day, I had to dig deep for the survey. Where do you fall on this list? Okay, so the top 10 most popular ice creams are chocolate, comes in at number 1, 17%. Then you have vanilla at 15%, strawberry with a strong 8% on the top 10 list. You also have mint chocolate chip coming in at 8%. Now I have to tell you, I'll get you all the mint chocolate chip that you want, but you don't ever have to worry about me going into your stash. That's just a combination I cannot do. My grandmother used to love that, but listen, I'm gonna get you your own scoops, okay? Butter pecan also made the list, tying with 8%. Then you have cookie dough at 6%, only to be matched with cookies and cream at 6%. You also have Rocky Road at 4%, And coffee came in at 4%. Coffee, ice cream, and chocolate chip. It also made the list at 3%. It came in at number 10 on the top 10. Now, the survey also found that the most popular toppings are hot fudge, caramel, and sprinkles. A sprinklement, man. People are equally likely to order it in a cup or a cone. What's your style? What's your favorite flavor? Are we doing this in a cup or a cone? Questions that need answers. Hit me up. Twitter alert at LaTangela Faye. I'm just trying to see if they got this right or no. Hey, look, New York Times apparently had the time for this today. They've conducted some random research. Note, I do not condone this type of behavior. I am not saying that you should go and try this. Please do not try this at home and say, Tan told me this was the thing to do. I did not. New York Times has listed a lot of scientists because, you know, right now COVID-19 is running through the states. It's running a global pandemic, and all of these scientists are bumping their heads trying to find a cure for that, right? Well, not this guy. We have one scientist, Dr. Smolgia. He has spent more time trying to figure out how many hot dogs can a human consume in a certain amount of time. I said, you know what, Doc? Maybe, just maybe, you've been stuck inside a little too long. Maybe we got to find you something else to do. Well, everything that he came up with kind of made sense because I started watching the hot dog eating contest. It's a big deal. It comes on every year. So Dr. Smolgia, he's a veterinarian and an exercise scientist at High Point University in North Carolina. He spent a lot of time analyzing 39 years of data from the Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Challenge to figure out how many hot dogs can the human consume before enough is enough. The most hot dogs that he discovered a person could eat was 83 in 10 minutes. Now, I'm here to tell you now, I will not sit there and watch you eat 83 hot dogs in 10 minutes. So whatever type of random research somebody paid him to conduct on that, listen, we need to find better ways to spend our money and our time. But I read it and I had to tell it to somebody, so I might as well tell it to you. Also, according to Zippia, National Tequila Day happened. Did you catch it? Did you miss it? Okay, well, yeah, it's really a thing. National Tequila Day, it actually hit the calendar and people were going crazy trying to get to it. Now, some states partied a little harder than others. Which states, and did you make this list? Coming in at the top state, waiting on National Tequila Day, Nevada, followed by Colorado, Arizona, California made the list, Maryland, Texas, New Hampshire, New Mexico. I'm shocked New Mexico came in so far down the list. Alaska and Missouri and Hawaii, they tied at 10th place. Okay, well, you know what? A new survey found why you just can't get along with your boss. Maybe because your boss just ain't the type of person that you can get along with. I mean, that's neither here nor there. We want to learn how to get through this together, right? Well, according to the survey, they said maybe if your boss stopped micromanaging, you could see things from their perspective. Also, they're never available or they don't respond. Now, I'm here to tell you now, if I send you an email or a text message and it takes you longer than 24, 48, or 72 hours, I start feeling a little disrespected. Like, hey man. So yeah, I can feel you on that one. They're incompetent, also made the list. They're rude. Don't have time for a rude boss. They're condescending. They have no empathy. Okay, so what do you mean? You late again? Why? Sounds like a good excuse, but what that mean to me? See, no empathy whatsoever. They're a bad listener. They gossip. Unless you're the one they're gossiping with, then that makes y'all one and the same and y'all really get along better. They're self-serving, or they have a bad temper. And sometimes being too nice was also a fairly common answer on the top 10 list as of why we can't seem to get along with our boss. Now, the study also looked at which states hate their bosses the most. Coming in at number 1 was New Mexico. And I see some other states made the list. Like you have the top 5. Also included Oklahoma, Alabama, Michigan, and Iowa. Did your state make the list? Or are you getting through with your boss? How? You know, the parents have been stuck at this house a lot longer than they expected. spending a lot more time with the kids, which is a plus, because some bonding time is always good. But when I had to do some random research as of how have you spent quality time with your kids during this pandemic, these answers were all over the place. And I don't know if the kids would call it quality time, semi-torture, or what. I asked the parents. I'm going to have to flip this and ask the kids, did you really enjoy this time? Coming in top of the list, playing games with them. 52% of the parents surveyed said, you know what, I'm spending a lot more time playing games with my kids. What type of games are you playing? Charades, we're doing tic-tac, we're doing, what was that, tic-tac-toe? It's tic-tac-toe, right? Dominoes? Yeah, or is there an app for that? Or are you playing the video games with them now? You learning how to play some of the good stuff? Okay. Showing them some of your favorite movies. I don't know. I don't know. Some of your favorite movies might be long, drawn out, might be documentaries, which very well may be good in our age range, but how did the kids feel about this? Exposing them to old TV shows that you like. That came in top of the list. Now, I can say that my mom, she'll call me at 3 o'clock in the morning and say, hey, what you doing? At 3 a.m. I'm up. Oh, good. Lucy is on. One of her favorite shows. And one of mine too. So, that's bonding time. Counts. Letting them help in the kitchen. Do you find that now you're letting your student, your child, spend more quality time with you in the kitchen? Or are you still telling them to get out your way? Talking to them a lot more, because now we do have that time to spend more quality time and a lot going on, so we're talking about things with the kids. SWNS, I like the quality time. Now, while I'm scrolling through MSN, there's some news that I just need to talk about. It caught my attention and it has me in such an uproar. A dozen people tested for the coronavirus out in Delaware. They were tested incorrectly. They were told that they tested negatively by the State Department of Health, and at least one man is now hospitalized. I have a lot of questions that need answers, right? So here it is. We really don't know what's going on with the testing situation, but once we show up to get tested, we're expecting some level of professionalism, we're expecting accuracy, and we're expecting to be able to move forward once we get our results. Well, that didn't really happen out in Delaware. Delaware's Health and Social Services Department said the 12 individuals, they were initially told over the phone that their test results came back negative due to an internal DPH system error, end quote. Now, Kevin Evans, he's a Delaware resident who was told that he was negative on July 21st, but he was hospitalized about 2 days later. Kevin Evans, a Delaware resident, and his family, they were all tested for COVID-19 after one of his 3 daughters tested positive on July 17th. So knowing that there was not much social distancing going on between he and the family, the daughters, he and his wife, they said, well, you know what? It's just a responsible thing for us all to go get tested, and they did. Now, Kevin and his wife, Katie, they were informed that Kevin and their daughter, who previously tested positive, both tested negative. So that raised a red flag because the daughter had already tested positive just a couple of days before that. So when it came back negative and he woke up 2 o'clock in the morning, dehydrating because he couldn't keep anything down, it turned bad really fast. Of course, we're going to keep he and his family in our prayers, but it's something. Even if you've been tested, your family members, they've been tested, please stay on top of getting your results. If you're not feeling better, you are in tune with your body. You know what's going on with you. So don't take it at face value just because one says, oh yeah, it's all good. Go back out here living our best lives. Listen to your body. And now is the time for you to seek that extra help, because you cannot be too cautious in times like these at all. I said, oh man. Whew. Also making headline news, a woman allegedly shot her boyfriend for refusing to argue with her. Now, even though, people may hear that headline and think that this is about to be one of those ha-ha moments, it's not. You have to keep in mind how much domestic violence really reeks through. And now that people are staying home, their outlets to get out, maybe work, maybe school, whatever that outlet is to get away from domestic violence, it's no longer there. So when you hear of cases and stories like these, please let this red flag speak to you. If you're in a case like this, say something. If you need help, get the help. Now, according to KXAN, the headlines say that the cops in Louisiana were searching for a 29-year-old woman who shot her boyfriend last week because he did not want to argue with her. Even healthy relationships have arguments. I get it. But when you have an unbalanced relationship and you have those instances that just keep rising and keep rising, you know that the red button and the trigger is there. A 29-year-old woman is actually on the run at the time of this report. Her name is Jenalisha Lawrence, out in Shreveport, Louisiana, was angry at her boyfriend, according to the reports, and she wanted to fight, but he didn't want to fight with her. And when he refused to argue with her, the report said that she pulled out a gun and shot him. It's not clear what their one-sided argument was about, nor does it matter. You know what I mean? There's never, oh, this argument caused it. No. That's not the case. But she was gone by the time that the cops got there. And at the time of the report, it was believed that she was headed back towards Dallas, where she's from. And he was listed in critical condition at the time. Now, our prayers are definitely with him and his family, his loved ones. And hopefully he pulled through that. But wow. You know, if you're in a situation like that, and you need to let someone hear you out, let someone help you, let someone guide you to some options, I'll have the Domestic Violence Awareness Hotline posted on my website at LaTangela.com. Get help now. Later won't do. Get help now. I have that link posted for you at LaTangela.com. Now, you know, headlines. According to the Associated Press, the Treasury Secretary, he stated over the weekend that Republicans were set to roll out the next COVID-19 aid package, and that's supposed to be in full effect. And it also states that it's going to assure that there was backing from the White House after he and President Donald Trump's top aide met to establish the $1 trillion proposal that had floundered just days before. So according to these reports, as I was browsing through Associated Press, there's supposed to be another stimulus package on the rise. At least $1,200 that should be to us by August. Now the stipulations and all these guidelines, the red tape, are they not? Of course, all of that's still ongoing, but here's the real of it. People are out here hurting. People really need the assistance. So whoever's sitting on this side, whoever's sitting on that side, and they can't seem to meet in the middle to see that people are hurting, listen, now it's time out for the foolishness. We really need to get these resources, because as long as you keep opening these places of business, you know, because that's the only way we can make our money, people can't stay home. People can't stay out of the way. People can't social distance the way that they need to, because they have to get to work because the light bill got to be paid. They got to get to work because the baby needs food. You know, you see what I'm saying? So we need to figure this out. We seriously need to figure this out. And, you know, I want you to join the conversation. Hit me up on the Twitter alert at LaTangela Faye. And, of course, all of my links are posted at LaTangela.com. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear how you are managing through this time. It's a lot. It's new, and everybody's struggling one way or the other. Ain't nobody living through this honky-dory and just saying, oh, 'tis the season. Listen, this is tough on everybody. And I just need to know, how are you finding your balance? What steps are you taking? You know, sometimes I'll go out and hit my punching bag because that's helping me get my steps in. Sometimes I'll open my book and start the journaling because that's helping me get my steps in. Some days I might read through my grandparents' Bible because the promises made, promises kept, even in times like these. How are you getting your steps in? I need to know. Hit me up. Hey, before I get out of here, I gotta say major props going out to my girl, Miss Lang. She has a new product out called Crown Me. Now this is the bomb. I opened the package and it smells so good. And then the texture of it, and it's all natural. It is the perfect solution. If we're gonna protect our peace, protect our edges at the same time. It's good for hair growth. It is excellent for conditioning your hair. Now this is great for all types, even for those beards. So fellas, if you're trying to get your beard gang together, she didn't forget about you. I have all the links posted for you on my Twitter alert. And of course, you can check it out on my Insta as well. And you know, I want you to check out my new book. It's the 4th on the bookshelf waiting on you. Amazon got it. LaTangela.com got it. Wherever you need it, I got you. It's called Poof. Power over obstacles forever. I know we're all facing those challenges, but just remember that you have the power over obstacles forever. Now I gotta get back to work. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.
Mic check, mic check. Mic check, yep. Hey, na 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 na. I like to call this some of that feel-good music. Rock with me. The sunrise, and I look into your eyes. Now I feel what I never felt. What a surprise. What a surprise. I searched high and I searched low, 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 low. Been trying to find some peace of mind and a little love. But I never would have thought, turn around and here you go. It's you, all that I've been looking for. Peace of love and so much more. Poof. You've been there all along, and I never knew it. But now I do. 3, 2, 1, countdown. Next 30 seconds dedicated to you. Gotta take this time to say what I'm feeling, boo. You have been the missing link to me. Now I can see it all so clear for me. Right by my side from day one. How could I be searching for another one? It's been you and me all along. You've been the inspiration to my favorite song. All that I've been looking for. Peace of love and so much more. You've been there all along, and I never knew. But now I do. Now I do, babe. Now I do, baby. Mic check. Mic check, yep. Hey, na 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 na. I like to call this some of that feel-good music. Rock with me.